A very warm welcome back to TED Talks and Bowen's Garage. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. Now today, slightly different episode for you. Most of our stuff is car reviews and weekly updates of what's going on here at the garage. But I thought I would start a series, potentially, on track days that I do in our little TT that you can see behind me. Very budget-friendly way into a little bit of motorsport. We've done a couple of track days this year so far since we've had the car sort of ready, and this is the last one of the year that we're going to do, which is at Anglesey. I've heard it's a lovely racetrack. It looks really nice, very picturesque on the seafront, or you can see the sea from one of the corners. Looks like one that people want to do. So it is Sunday, and it's Sunday afternoon. I shouldn't be here, is the truth of the matter. We're heading up to Bangor this evening, and then the track day is tomorrow all day. Starts early, so we've got a premiere in book for tonight. But I took the car home on Friday night to then take it to Bangor this evening, and it developed a horrible scraping noise, or it had a horrible scraping noise. I had a look on my driveway, but it's really low. I didn't have a bloody Scooby-Doo what it was. It felt like it was in the brake. Anyway, so I've persuaded one of the technicians, Ben, to come in today just to have a quick look. So I'm very grateful to that, Ben. Let me show you the car first, for those of you who haven't seen it in any... It's been in a couple of weeklies before where I've been sort of done a track day within the week, but I haven't ever made a separate episode for it. So I thought I'll show you the car, and then I'll show you a couple of the bits that we've done to it, and I'll show you that the problem we encountered before we've set sail today. So if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It'll probably have its own separate playlist this year if we decide to carry on doing track days next year, which I'm hoping we do, as long as the car doesn't fail or I destroy it. So here it is. This is a 2001 Audi TT Quattro. It's a 1.8 turbo with the BAM 225 brake horsepower engine, 6-speed manual gearbox. It's done 155,000 miles, which I suppose for 25 years old isn't horrendous. We've got some leaves to navigate here. For those of you who've been watching the channel for a long time, I mean, we now have a headline sponsor. I had to spare one of those from the Motor Trade Millie trip, so that is now on there. So we came about this car from a local chap in Ross. We had a TT before, it was my mother's car, and that had quite a lot done to it. Under the bonnet, underneath, suspension, brakes, all that sort of thing, tyres. Anyway, I blew it up. So this one became available for the, I think, very modest price of £1,000. So we bought it for £1,000. It was completely standard at the time. Had its standard wheels, was standard height, standard car. We've then swapped all the good bits from our previous TT. So racing brakes, semi-racing tyres, a Scorpion exhaust, brake hoses, some bits under the bonnet, which I'll show you in a second, which don't really do much, but they sort of look nice. And then, since we've had the car here, we've also, since the first track day that I did, I bought some new wheels for it as well. So the car is now pretty handy, actually. We've done 2 track days so far, one at Alton Park, the International Circuit, which was my first ever proper track day. I took it very steady. We then went to Cadwell Park up in Lincolnshire beginning of last month, and the car was excellent, bar a couple of little niggles which we've tried to address since. So yeah, it's now ready for its final outing of the year, but it's in pretty tidy condition, in all fairness. Like I say, the wheels are brand new. We've got some Ferodo brakes, pads, upgraded brake hoses, so it stops really well, it grips really well. We've got Nankang 2R 115 2R some P something Sportiva somethings, some Pro Race LT alloys, which are great. The boys at John Wood Tyres sorted me out with those, and the rest of it's pretty standard inside. So it's got its original leather seats, which we're definitely going to remove this winter. It's going to have a proper makeover this winter if it survives this final, because we've only had it for a couple of months, 3 months. So we've done sort of things in a bit of a hurry. So it's going to have a proper makeover. These seats will come out. Gear stick we've swapped over from the old car. The rest of it's standard in here. And then under the bonnet, this ABT grille is just for show. This was on the old car. I've swapped that over because I quite liked it. We've put in a towing eye cover because that's good for track days in the event that it breaks down, which is more than likely at some point. And then underneath, it's had a few bits of Forged Motorsport pipery put in. Now, on the last track day, since we've put this bigger intercooler in, it's now blocking part of the radiator. So after sort of 4 laps, at a good lick, it does get rather warm on the temperature, and I then have to do a slow lap, and it cools down a little bit, and then come in and leave it running and whatever. So what we've done, and with no thanks to me at all, but people put their heads together here, we have now fitted a switch under the bonnet here. I mean, it looks like it should be there, doesn't it? Which now allows me to turn on the secondary fan before I head out for laps. It runs off the ignition, so I'll show you. Obviously it's off at the moment. I'll put the ignition on. And obviously nothing. But if I now flick the switch, it brings on the secondary fan. So what I'll do is, obviously I don't need it for normal road driving, it sits at 90 absolutely perfectly. But what I will do is, before we go out for any laps, I'll flick this on, we'll do the laps, let that run for a bit, and hopefully that'll stop it overheating quite so much. It's not losing any coolant, there's no oil leaks or whatever, it drives absolutely well, but an ingenious little method to keep the temperatures right, I hope. Suppose you want to hear it. Doesn't sound. So it's a new Scorpion exhaust. So it sounds pleasant, but not in your face. We do have an ABS light on, which is for an ABS sensor. The brakes work fine, so we're not going to worry about that at the moment. It's done, 155,000 miles. Really well kept car, in all fairness. If you want to hear it, we'll give it a bit of a. So it goes nicely. So there we are. So we're going to head up to Bangor. Well, it's 3:15 now, so we're going to head up to Bangor in a bit, and then I'll probably going to be 20 minutes this video or so, and we'll keep you updated tomorrow. Weather forecast is looking indifferent. Obviously with the Quattro it's not so bad, but a couple of the other cars that we're going with, which you may have seen before, Caterham Superlight 1.6 and also Caterham 620S, which is an unbelievable bit of kit. Both of those will be handful in the rain. So the weather forecast is looking so-so. So we'll catch up. Well, I might do a bit of filming later on this evening. We're going out for a pizza, I think, or whatever. But yeah, enjoy this little different episode. Catch you later. Right, engine sounds fine. Listen if you can. Good morning to you all. It's Monday morning and I am pleased to say we are here at Anglesey, and a dry Anglesey. You can see a bit of blue sky poking out behind me. It's dry. The road is a little bit damp. It's been a bit wet overnight, but it's dry now. And obviously it's windy here because it's on the coast. Views are magnificent. So I'm hoping, once we've done the sighting laps, it's 8:45 now, so noise test and all that sort of thing starts at 9 o'clock, sighting laps. Hopefully it'll dry out pretty quickly and we'll get some good dry laps in this morning. We're all here. The other cars, a couple of them hired garages and that sort of thing. But yeah, nice bacon roll, very nice. Car drove up absolutely no problem at all. We went to a lovely pizza place in Conway last night called Johnny Doe's. If you've not tried one, try one. Really nice wood-fired pizza. And then Premier Inn in Bangor, up and out this morning, and here we are. So looking forward to a good day. I'm hoping the switch for the fan works as I want it to. Topped up with fuel. So we're ready to go for some sighting laps in a bit, so I'll give you a little update later on. So it's all very picturesque. That's the tower. We've got some garages here. Then up onto the pit lane. This is the start-finish straight. And there is the Irish Sea. So I think we've got Snowdonia over in the background over there. So I'm looking forward to this. It's looking like a really good day. There's some really nice cars here as well, actually. And then we've got garage number 8. Well, we didn't pay for it ourselves, but Chris did because we were expecting rain. Wanted to keep the Caterham dry, so here we go. Here goes the old man. So it's lunchtime, the sun is shining, the car is performing just fine. I've done some laps, Tony's done some laps, we've had a couple of passenger rides in bits as well, so all in all we're having a very pleasant day. We did the GP circuit this morning, or the international circuit, whatever they call it, and then this afternoon they changed the layout to a coastal layout, which puts a couple of chicanes in and takes rid of the big hairpin, and if you've been here before you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's nice and quiet. There's not all that many cars here, so the track is not scary because there's not hundreds and hundreds of cars pounding round. We've had a nice bit of steak pie and chips, and yeah, ready for the afternoon session. So all in all, we're having a lovely time. Hopefully the car holds up. Seems to be performing alright at the minute. And I'll update you later on. So, we've made it. It's 20 to 4, Monday afternoon. The car has survived. It's hot. The fan thing that we fixed has sort of worked, but well, it has worked, but we're running quite hot. But I'm pleased to report it has made it. Different layout this afternoon on the track, a bit less hard on the car. However, it's still at 105 degrees. It was at 111 when we came in, so obviously I've got the fans on. And this is a hack I didn't know about, actually. If you've got a Mark 1 TT, there's a hack where you can, if that's, because ignore the warning lights, but the dashes always play up on these. There's a hack where you can get into the, it's like a secret menu. So you press that one and that one. That's your climate control. Hold that down, push that, and they call it 49 degrees. You have to get to 49 degrees, and then you can press that button again, and it will come up with your coolant temperature, which is good. And you can also check, if you go to 20 degrees, you can check your battery voltage as well. So anyway, all the cars have made it. So yeah, good day all round and good year all round. So hopefully we can get some bits done to the car over the winter and next year do even more. Here's hoping. So that's our little day at Anglesey. Back now, probably 3 hours down the road. Go for a curry, I think, and say job well done. So hope you've enjoyed our little day. I mean, I've got to say the facilities here at Anglesey have been excellent. The weather has been excellent. Javelin track days are really well done. Javelin, if you want to sponsor us for a few bits and bobs, you know where we are. But yeah, all good. So hope you've enjoyed this little vloggy thing. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more of them next year, if they bore you, also let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you very soon.